Technics isn't a brand many think of when it comes to true wireless earbuds. But maybe we should, because the AZ80 is a beast. Goedendag, we're DHRME, Dutch homies, real music engineers.
If you want to hold on to true wireless earbuds for a long time, then strong battery life is a must. Because the first thing to deteriorate will be how much charge these buds hold. Technics has hit it out of the park here, guys. They advertise 4.5 hours with ANC and LDAC on, but in our DHRME battery rundown test, we got just under 6 hours. 6 hours! It's not often that companies outperform what they state on the box. On the charging front, you obviously get your USB Type-C wired charging, but you also get wireless charging. The only downside is that the case doesn't have a colorblind friendly LED indicator to tell you the amount of battery left. Okay, enough about the juice situation.
Speaking of juice, these buds can handle a bit of liquid. No problem. They're IPX4 certified. This only applies to the buds though, so keep that case away from juice and other liquids. What has been fluid in our time with it were the touch controls, very responsive, and that's saying something because we always have a love-hate relationship with touch controls and often prefer buttons instead. But boy, has Technics put those touch controls to good use. You get almost all the control permutations your audio gadget geek heart could desire. Play pause, volume, track control, ANC toggle, voice assistant, mute on phone calls, noise reduction, and maybe a couple of others, but you should be able to see them on screen for yourself. Although it's amazing that Technics gives you all these options, it can also be confusing and definitely take some time to get used to. Luckily, you can configure them to your liking in the app. We'll talk a bit more about the app later though. Since we're constantly switching devices, a nice design choice by Technics is not to include a dinky pairing button on the case. You can easily put the buds into pairing mode by holding down on both buds while they're in your ear. No need to do the whole put buds into the case, close the lid, open the lid, hold down that dinky pairing button, and then pair your device. Hey, and when you do put the buds into your ears for the first time, the Technics teacher will greet you in her annoying screeching voice. So if you forgot how exam anxiety felt like, Technics includes this nostalgic feature for free. Oh, and that's not all she says.
Ambient sound, noise cancel, pairing, ambient sound, pairing, pairing, ambient sound.
Oh, and finally, if you're wondering what your options are for colors, just two, black and silver. Now, we have the older AZ60 in silver, and we've got to say the black looks way classier. The overall footprint is also quite compact and very portable, and a little bit smaller than the AZ60. In terms of build quality, the terms are solid. The case and buds are well built with no flex or creak. Along with plastic, there's also an aluminum trim, and the Technics logo is engraved on the lid with this kind of stainless steel brushed material. Looks very nice and cool. Definitely a premium feel and look. And something you can and you should expect at this price point. We'll come to the price in a bit. You also get plenty of silicone bang for your buck. 7 sizes of tips. The chance of you getting the right fit is pretty high. Despite the tips having a round shape, the comfort has been very good. It's definitely not a shallow insertion kind of earbud, and the nozzle is flirting with our pleasure/pain centers with a diameter of 6 millimeters. But they fit securely. There are no wing tips or ear hooks, but paired with a secure fit and IPX4 rating, we're happy to use these for light to medium workouts.
So how well does the Technics teacher handle loud children in her class? We rank active noise cancelling and transparency on this scale. Tier S being the highest tier. The AZ80 comes in at tier B. So it's rather middle of the road in our opinion for something in this price range. Now, don't get us wrong. If you've never really used noise cancelling before, then this will feel great. We just happen to be spoiled by so many buds. It does an overall good job of cancelling out noise across all frequencies, but where it lacks is in the overall volume of noise being let in. The ANC on the Technics AZ80 is in the same class as the first generation AirPods Pro, OnePlus Buds Pro 2, and the Nothing Ear 2.
But listen people, in the transparency department, we've had no other buds, I repeat, no other buds that sit in the S tier, apart from Apple's AirPods Pro Gen 1 and Gen 2. But now we finally have found a worthy alternative. The amount and clarity of ambient noise being let in is just incredible and very much in the same class as the AirPods. If we had to nitpick, then we would have to say that there's a tiny bit of white noise that you can hear on the AZ80, But this is only noticeable if you're in a really quiet space. If you're outdoors, walking about and just being aware of your surroundings while listening to music or talking on the phone, then you will not notice it at all.
And talking about talking on the phone, the Technics AZ80 is the fuckiest of all fuckman earbuds in many ways. Interestingly, the buds come with a feature called Just My Voice, which isolates your voice and eliminates background noise. Curiously, this feature is turned off out of the box. Here are some mic samples with the Just My Voice feature turned on and off so you can hear the difference for yourself.
Pop, pop, popsicle, icicle, testing. It's a bit breezy and windy.
What a difference, right? It's nice to see a feature not just be a feature on paper, but actually translate into something noticeable. When the Just My Voice was off, you just heard everything like you would if you were there with Rohan in person. No filter. Wind, cars, birds, everything. And funnily enough, despite some serious wind being present, you could still hear Rohan's voice reasonably loudly and clearly. Incredible, because with the interference of so many background noises, the voice clarity usually suffers, with it cutting out or being difficult to hear. When the Just My Voice was on though, the voice sounded more processed, which is to be expected when you see how much is being done to get rid of the wind and background noise. But overall, we are very impressed. What we're disappointed about is why Technics would keep this hidden gem of a feature turned off out of the box. Since we've already said these were serious fuckman earbuds, let's break it down for you. Volume controls on the buds? Check. Mute on the buds? Check. And if that didn't give you the fuckman feels, Technics ain't done yet. You can actually reduce the level of background noise on incoming calls if the person you're talking to is in a noisy space. But there are so many variables at play here. The device of the caller at the other end will also handle noise. So for us, this particular feature is firmly in the almost never useful category.
The Technics AZ80 is a heavyweight when it comes to its companion app. There are just so many features in it that made us dizzy. You get EQ, touch controls, dials for ANC and transparency, customization of voice prompt, smart pause, and many, many more. So many that I ran out of breath just now. If you like tweaking your buds to just the way you like it, then this app is for you. Beyond the app, you also get other features like wireless charging, Google Fast Pair, and our real favorite, this is actually the first set of earbuds that we've tested that have multi-point. Most buds that say multi-point do dual point, but this one does triple point connectivity. So it is able to stay connected to 3 devices at once. Yes, you heard that right, 3 devices at once. Pausing on one and playing on another works across those 3 paired devices. And if you've paired it to even more devices, then you can still pull connection from a previously paired device by just selecting it in your Bluetooth list. You don't have to go into a funny pairing mode gesture or whatever. A very, very pro implementation of multipoint if you've ever seen one. Now, what's good to note is that LDAC is only supported if you enable single or dual point connectivity. It will not work with triple point. Also, if you're in dual point, the app will ask you to lower the LDAC transmission quality to best effort. I think that's 660 kbps. I'm not quite sure. That's because the top of the line 990 kbps LDAC mode is to be had with single point only.
Look, Technics products have a lot of fans, and there's a reason for that. We literally got bullied into reviewing the AZ60 because one of you guys wouldn't stop commenting on many of our other videos. And we're really glad we reviewed them, and these sound great as well.
The bud is coming.
Alright, as usual, these use LDAC, and on these buds you can actually use LDAC, as our battery test results show, and with 2 devices. So you're getting very good resolution. Now, Technics products have a certain sound, and it's pretty good for most cases.
There's a big but. There's a big but. The treble is on the subdued side for me, and the bass is a bit on the mid-bassy side. These buds sound great, right? The treble out of the box may not be as airy as many other buds, but there's that wonderful EQ in the app that you can use to tweak the EQ to your liking. The butt is here, feel the butt. Yes, dear voice in our heads, we are at the butt. You know, for most of you, the Technics sound seems to work. And you know what? For me, the Technics sound also works for most genres. But here's that but. There's something up with how these earbuds and also the AZ60 before them handle one particular sound. electric guitar distortion or overdrive. I'm not sure what the technical term for this is, and I asked a bunch of audiophiles on Twitter, but no one responded. So I asked ChatGPT and it said overcompressed. That doesn't sound right. So apart from being really lonely in general on the exact name of the term, I found that I could not listen to rock and metal music without the distortion getting this very smoothened out sound. And that's a real shame, because for most of you and for most of the music I listen to, these buds seem to do fantastically well. But like the AZ60 for rock and metal, these buds just don't work for me, and EQ is not able to fix that either. But again, let's just be clear. This is a very specific case, and we'd say that for most folks and most genres, these are proper premium sounding buds with great customization and good detail.
Look, we're gonna judge the Technics AZ80 differently because, well, they're freaking expensive. At $300, you're buying one of the most premium buds on the market. If you want to see a comparison of some of the top premium buds, we're working on that video. Just leave a comment down below. Give me some premium. All right, let's wrap this up. Wrap up? Here are the reasons to buy the Technics AZ80.
Solid build quality and it's still pocketable. With battery life so high, just incredible. Loaded with every whistle and every bell. The app controls, just too many to tell. And if you like three ways, you like the AZ80. Three devices at once, it just both connection matey. Pirates we are not, but the mic quality features blind me. They really shivered our timbers. And when you wanna hear the world outside, the transparency is one of the best we've ever tried. Well, if we're being honest, yeah, they're banging, but we're neutral reviewers, so we won't leave you hanging. That issue with the mids, that really bothers me. And the noise cancelling's good, but not graded tier B. And finally, their price. Do you want to spend $300? Well, go ahead and get them if you're that well funded. You've been watching a review of the AZ. Namaste, we've been DHRME.
Guys, we bought the Technics AZ80 with our own money, and as always, this is an independent review. If you appreciate the time, effort, and investment we put into this video, consider supporting us on Patreon or hitting the join button on YouTube. We're not big enough to do this full-time yet, and relying on AdSense doesn't get us there. We also don't expect sponsorships from companies whose products we review. And pro tip, if you're a tested member or patron, then you'll automatically be eligible for giveaways we'll be doing very soon. It's not too late to become a tested tier member.
You've been watching a review of the AZ. Namaste, we've been DHRME.